What's going on, guys? It's Brandon back with another video here, and I was hoping that the sun would come out today. You know, I'm out on the lake a little bit, and I was hoping that the sun would come out, but it looks like it's not really going to be much sun. So, you know, I'll deal with the gloominess of it, still enjoy myself, probably go for a quick ride in a minute. But I guess when the sun doesn't come out, your mind goes to some dark places. And I was scrolling through like my YouTube timeline or whatever, and I noticed there's a ton of videos of people just talking about this whole, it's like a Dalio induced recession, right? It seems like everybody wants to tell you about how the world is going wrong and housing markets crash and people getting kicked out and evictions and all these things like that. And not discounting it, not even saying he's wrong. Seems like a smart guy. I can't say I know everything about him, but prior to this, I had heard about him in like the business arena. You know, that's like most of the channels I follow and stuff. People just talk about making money. And I noticed it's been a crazy shift for them in the last, I would say, 2 to 3 years now, where they went from giving great financial advice, things like that, to like gaslighting, it feels like, where they just only want to talk about the world's gonna end, the economy's crashing, everything's collapsing, you know, all this like negative videos with some good stuff thrown in, of course. But it made me think, like, what could be the purpose of just promoting these kind of things, and how does like this recession concept really affect us? You know what I mean? And I thought it's really a motivating, it's like it seems like they're attempting to use fear to motivate people, right? And I'm not saying that fear can't be a motivator, but I will say that fear is not a friendly motivator. And me personally, I don't want to be a part of fear as a motivator. You know what I mean? So I don't want to be in that club or arena where I need something to shock and scare me in order to jump out, right? It's kind of the reason why I stopped watching the regular news. I never was like super big into the news, but I relied on the news to give me some sort of insights into what it is going on in the world. And I still do to a degree. Like, I pop in and out, catch a clip here and there if it's recommended, and it looks like you might need to know this. But ultimately, I don't like seeing a bunch of negative articles. Not saying I want to be blind to what's going on financially, but I follow things financially. And truth be told, this whole recession, is depression, the second Great Depression, is that I imagine they can't brand it that as well that way. So they're branding it as this Great Recession. Because, you know, we as people like new words, nice and shiny, and they catch our eye. And so now it's about capturing people's eyes and getting them to believe in this thing. But I don't know if that's necessarily the best route or route I would take, or I know it's not a route I'm going to take, because I do believe in being financially prepared, right? Like, if you don't have any savings, what are you doing? Are you out somewhere chilling? Are you on a vacation? Are you buying a new car? Are you buying a new this and that? Fix it. Don't do that. Like, go save your money. Return that thing that you bought, that shirt, the pair of pants, those new shoes, whatever it is you just bought that you can't afford, go return that. You know, it's like a basic rule of thumb. Like, all these people who putting out these recession videos, they all were preaching the same thing 3 years ago of having 6 months of expenses saved before you start making frivolous purchases, right? That's solid advice. I would say try to max out at 2 years. 2 years might be a stretch. However, if you've been working the last couple of years and saving and doing the right things, 2 years isn't that bad. And if you haven't, take the time now to build up that 2-year stock, because if you don't have it, 6 months is really going to carry you over just enough to, just 6 months. So, you know, we need to be prepped for longer than that, since depressions tend to last longer, or the effects of it tend to be felt longer on lower class people, which the majority of the world is not, you know, upper middle class, whereas it's, you know, middle class and lower. So be mindful of things like that, but don't take it as like a fear thing where you need to run and I got a quick plan and I got to grab a house now and I got to start my business today. And if I don't do it, everything's going to crash. No, that's not how the world works. You know what I mean? Be motivated to do that just because it's the right thing to do. Start your business today because it makes sense to start the business today. right? If you're waiting on a response from somebody else, take the time to dabble into something else, figure something else out. Like, right, just because you commit to one thing doesn't mean something else won't work. Like me personally, I applied for something, I want to say like 2 months ago, and it got to the point where I just thought it wasn't going to be a reality anymore. It sounded cool. I was at least interested, and it ended up, I didn't hear back from them. So the same thing I applied for, I actually started meeting with some friends, and we actually came up with a plan on how to do the idea ourselves without relying on another company to do it. Well, I go that route because I just also received a message from the company. So now it's like, now I have options, right? And that's the best place to be in, is not where you know, panicked over fear and tried to get something done and it blew up in your face. But you were patient, you planned, you created another idea, and now you have options. Now I can go left or right with it instead of just going left or just going right. So, you know, it just made me think about that. So I wanted to share that quickly. Like, you know, this recession-induced fear, the Dalio effect, that's what they should call it, man, the Dalio effect, because it was like we were coming out of it and people were shaking off the whole last 2 years of not really living, and then boom, right at the end of it, he like drops this bomb into the financial community, and it seems like everyone is riding this wave. I'm seeing, you know, you see the bloodbath in cryptocurrency where they dropped off. You see everyone saying, oh, it's collapsing. I'm seeing articles about Elon Musk and him losing money on the Twitter deal, and everybody just like panicking. And I'll be honest, this is a point where people should be making the most money right now that they ever have in their lives. Doesn't mean a recession's not coming, but it means that you can do what I said earlier. You can start saving, right? Putting the money to the right places. So, you know, I just wanted to share that real quick. I don't want to make the video too long, but you know, y'all enjoy yourselves, man. Y'all have a good day. Hopefully the sun comes out here so we can get out on this lake a little bit, but if it doesn't, I'm still gonna have a good day, man. So I hope y'all do too. Yeah, peace, man. Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Join the discussion, man. Hit the notification bell so you can get alerted when we drop new videos. And, you know, in the meantime, man, aren't you glad I said it? Y'all enjoy y'all day.